I'm here at the Frankfort Cemetery in Frankfort, Kentucky, and we are here to see the gravesite of one of Kentucky's most famous sons. Yes, this is the final resting place of Daniel Boone. He was a very famous pioneer back in the day. I'm not going to read all of this, but you can pause it if you like. I just wanted to take a moment to really admire this view. You can see downtown Frankfort from here. Just about all of it. That's the state capitol building there. It's got a lot of greenery, so it's kind of hard to see a lot of the buildings. Do know right down there on the water is a riverboat restaurant. We'll be having lunch there later today. Very much looking forward to that. But yeah, what a time to be here, just as the leaves are changing too. As I've been walking around, this caught my eye, and it was a vault that had a facade all built around here that apparently collapsed around the 1960s, and it's been pretty much sitting that way ever since. And they are just starting the process of restoring it, according to this plaque right here. It belonged to the Trabue family, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this held the daughters of the Revolutionary War veteran James Trabue. It was built in 1850 and designed by R.E. Launitz of New York, who is considered the father of monumental sculpture in America. So they have a nonprofit here that is working on restoring this. So if you'd like to donate, there's the website. That's what it used to look like. I think that's what they're going to go for, try to restore it back to the way it used to look. Here is another view of the vaults and surrounding graves of all the Trabue family members. Also one of the largest plots here in the Frankfort Cemetery. Okay, this was one I was not expecting to see. I kind of came across this and I thought, oh wow, this is really cool. Because I am a bit of a history buff. And this is the grave of Lieutenant Presley N. O'Bannon. And he was a Marine. And he was the first person to plant an American flag on foreign soil. And he did that in Tripoli. And what it was a rescue mission where the Marines were trying to save a group of American sailors who were captured by the Barbary pirates off the Mediterranean. So when you hear the Marine song from the halls of Montezuma to the shores of Tripoli, there we go. He was there. He did that. And I've actually got a couple books on the subject. One of them is Thomas Jefferson and the Barbary Pirates. I believe that was written by Brian Kilmeade. Nothing political in it. It was just a history book, and it was really very fascinating. He even mentions my hometown of Norfolk, Virginia, even though he keeps mispronouncing it and calls it Norfolk. But then again, who am I to talk about pronunciations? My speech is terrible. And here we have a war memorial naming all the men of Kentucky who've died since the War of 1812 in various American wars. And this here is just World War I. From one state, and it continues over here. And from there, of course, we go down to World War II, and it's just mind-boggling. This is the other side, and that's still just World War II. Get down to Korean War. Vietnam. And Persian Gulf War. I don't know if it's just a case of only a few, just a handful of Kentuckians perished, giving their lives in service of the country, or if they just haven't added all the names yet. I like to think the former. And here we are. The grave of Daniel Boone and his wife Rebecca. He was one of America's first folk heroes. A lot of people will have that image of him wearing the coonskin cap and all, looking like Davy Crockett. And that is because there was a Daniel Boone TV show from the mid-60s to the early 70s, in which the same actor who played Davy Crockett also played Daniel Boone, and pretty much just kept that same look. Daniel Boone himself never wore a coonskin cap. He didn't like them. He also wasn't that big of a man either. He was actually relatively small when compared to Davy Crockett, which, not saying that's a bad thing. He did a lot of good stuff. But, you know, just like any man, though, he had his issues as well. He's a human. He was a man of his time. But this is it. Again, it's got this fantastic view of the city of Frankfort. I do love this view. See, where I live in southeastern Virginia, it's all pretty flat. I think probably the highest elevation is Mount Trashmore in Virginia Beach. You know, earlier I think I pointed out that riverboat restaurant. I think I misspoke. I believe that's it right over there. Someone's come by recently, paying tribute to Daniel Boone, dropping off some flowers. Must have just done this too. Those are fresh. His wife Rebecca's name is on the other side. All right, this is it. And here's an historical marker by the grave. I'll put that up here for a minute so y'all can read that. And with that, that brings it to an end to our visit here to the Frankfort Cemetery. So stay tuned for some more videos. I'm going to be up here for the weekend. Got some other cool visits coming up. So until then, remember, you can't take it with you, so give the gift of life. And make sure you're an organ donor. And I'll see you down the road. Have fun.